Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. For some reason, OBS decided I'm just going to wipe away your stream in the schedule, and then I was like, okay, well, where the freak is the thing? Well, I found the thing again, so I had to close the thing down and restart it. So it's all back now. But it is time for more explorifying the depths and hunting bosses, because we've still got bosses to hunt down and destroy. So, let's go find some spots. Let's go find some bosses to smite. It's gonna be fun. Nice. Oh, you got the shiny Giratina, or you found a Giratina Dynamax Adventure Pathway. Because either way, that's good. But yeah, we are right now. Got... Oh, nice! That's 1 in 300 odds. I'm glad you know that Azumarill is a rabbit. I am glad that you learned that, Rosie. So, how is everybody doing? I hope you are all doing quite well. I certainly know that I am. And, yeah, today we're gonna be focusing a little bit more on hunting down boss monsters and, basically just destroying them. So that sounds fun. You're doing tired. Okay. Doing the Tower of Water. Oh, for Urshifu. Nice. Yeah, I'd recommend Water Urshifu more than Dark Urshifu, because, I mean, again, that's just bias for me. I play doubles more, and Urshifu Rapid Strikes is better for single. It's better for doubles than it is for singles. I've seen some people trying to make Urshifu Dark work in doubles. The reason being is that in Team Preview, it will always show up as Urshifu Dark in Team Preview, so it can kind of be used to fake people out. To think, oh, it's Urshifu Water, I'll bring this, and then it's actually Urshifu Dark, and they get punched in the face. I have no idea what that is, David. Apparently I slept until 11 a.m., so I'm a little bit tired. Well, when did you go to sleep? Bears that reduce defenses. There is a certain tree that will only give those out. There's a certain tree that exclusively gives the defense reducing bear. I don't know what it is. I would recommend actually looking that up. I don't remember where that exact tree is. But there's a few... Like, there's one tree that gives only that defense reduction berry. But there are other trees that have a chance of giving it. You could also go to the Clear Lady, and she will wipe away all the EVs of your Pokemon on the Olive Armor. I mean, the dungeon? I'm not sure what you mean. Your messages are kind of getting cut off. Okay, so you mean the dungeon for the Queen Gibdo? That's the Lightning Temple. We're not doing that right now. We've already beaten the Lightning Temple. We're not going to be fighting the Queen Gibdo. These are the mini bosses that we're working on hunting down right now. These are the mini bosses we are hunting down. Where is this? There's the Frox. Yeah, we're just basically working on purging all of the boss monsters and slowly working our way through the rest of them. Because I want to get the rest of the Medal of Honors. How many bomb arrows do I got? Okay, I can keep this. What was this? Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with using one of these. I'm more than okay with that. Alright. No! Run away! It's fine. Right into your big, ugly eyeball. Okay, so so it only works if you actually hit the eyeball proper. You can deal some residual damage by hitting around it with an explosive, but you need to hit the eyeball first. Jumping doesn't do anything. Really? you do need to hit the eyeball properly in order to not, like to stun it. Okay. I guess maybe there is some timing to the jump? No. Goodbye. There we go. Yeah, you do a pretty much the same damage whether you hit the eyeball or not. It's just that you get the additional stun, which is the better part. You want the stun. Position myself to the other side so I actually don't damage my master, so I actually have effective damage. There we go. Fine. Perfectly fine. Fine. Perfectly fine. Raining bomb arrows. There's one. Think one. There we go, that works. That works. Oh. Really? What's the team that you use? That dude. Gonna be training in this spell. Nice. Yeah, best thing to do is just wipe away all of its EVs. So why do you want to get rid of your defense EVs? Because, like, you're gonna be going up against Mustard's and his physical. Unless you're gonna go Madman special attacking and use that to wipe it out. Hello, Litsune. How are you? Hope you doing good. Alright, then there is... Okay, so right now, so we've gone there. Now we are here. There's a Talus. Down here. Yeah, basically, again, today's goal is just predominantly explore. We've already finished exploring the depths, but it's predominantly just destroying the rest of the bosses around here. Because there's a lot of bosses we still have yet to fight. Litsune is lacking sleep these days, but also happy. Good to keep those spirits up. Good to stay the positivity. Positivity is always good. Positivity is always good. But yeah, Tears of the Kingdom right now is pretty much predominantly just boss hunt. Once we finish hunting all the bosses, then we'll kind of start working back on the side quests. Think that's more or less my general goal and, like, plan for right now. Because until we will stay in the depths. We're getting 2 or an hour. Yikes, that's not good. That is very not good, Litsune. You should probably see a doctor about that, if that's the case. That's not healthy. Increase by access Pokemon by Pokemon Home. Yeah, honestly, that's the... Look, that's the thing about Pokemon Home that I kind of find the most amusing. Pokemon Home itself, you don't do anything with. It's just housekeeping. It's a way of organizing your Pokemon boxes. That's why I'm like, that's one of the reasons why I was like, I don't really understand why people are so, like, super aggro about wanting to get the game or not. About when it comes out, because all we're really going to do is use it for moving Pokemon between games, or just for mass releasing Pokemon, or we're only going to be shiny hunting the Suda hunts when we get home so that we can release them easily. It's like, it was weird. It's very weird. That's not good to get stung by a wasp. That's painful. That's painful. So that is another Talus that bites the Dusto. Yeah, we're right now just working on getting rid of all the bosses. So this is an interesting thing about the bosses in Tears of the Kingdom in the depths. Underneath every boss, every mini-boss on the overworld map, there is a boss in the depths. So once again, the depths is a dark mirror of the real world. And I absolutely love that. It's good thematics, you could say. It's good thematics. That's why I'm just basically continuing to put these little, like, drop markers here. It's like, okay, we find where we go, and then we just go kill the bosses. Just slowly work on them. Slowly. Painfully. Painfully. Mike got the drone army. Wasps are terrifying. Wasps are annoying. All the Latsunes, when a therapist get tested for ADD. Yeah, it's a good thing to get tested for that, because, I mean, I have ADD myself, and with the medication for ADD, it has honestly been a huge help to me. I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for that stuff. That helps. It's good to get checked out for that. The thing about ADD is, like, it's a blessing and a curse, because you are a bit more creative when you go, as I like to call it, into ADD brain mode, but at the same time, you're also so much less focused, you're so much more easily distracted, and it's, you know, it's one of those things where, is it really better or not? Let's just collect all of the luminous stones, because we need luminous stones. We don't need that, we don't need those. I could just fuse you onto the Master Sword. I can fuse you onto the sword. Schward. Keep forgetting to save. What do you keep forgetting to save for, Blorb? Okay, there's another one over here. Another one of those Froxas. It is important to save your progress. I'm a habitual saver. I frequently save my game even when I don't need to. Because it's one of those things that I've had a lot of experiences in games where I forget to save. Something happens, and I lose progress, and I need to go do it again. And it's just infuriating me, so I've begun habitually saving to counteract that. I keep getting to save when you move Pokemon. Okay, that's what you mean. That could be a problem. That could indeed be a problem with Pokemon Home. Yeah, I'm... Ditsune's take a lot of power outages, just... That's not good. California? But I know California has power issues in the middle of summer, because so many people are cranking their air conditioning up. It's a huge drain on the power grid. Which is why I'm glad I don't live there. Yeah, we don't get like triple-digit temperatures too frequently. We get them occasionally, like maybe 2 or 3 a summer. Well, not 2 or 3 a summer. We get them in the deep part of summer. We get them, but we don't get it like for weeks straight. There's that. Bobblehead Link is great. We are big fans of Bobblehead Link. Bobblehead Link is one of the greatest things just ever. The person that created the Awakening armor, they just freaking deserve a raise. It's like the people who came up with Nebby Get in the Bag. They are an unsung hero. We don't know who they are, but they are an actual hero. Turn around, bub. Turn around, bub. Turn around, bub. Turn around, turn around, turn around, bub. Good. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And nope. I don't like that the only way to like stun them is to actually hit him in the eyeball, because it's a bit difficult to hit him with the eye. But thankfully Luminous Talus lets me like bash these things in like 2 hits. Alright, so it's broken. Now I'm gonna get away for the Master Sword to recharge. Master Sword. Master Schward. There we go. Yep, back to actually giving me control over it. What do I have that I can use against this? That's a disposable weapon. Zora Longsword and Zora Sword. No. Magic Staff and Zora Sword. Honestly, all of these are things I kind of want to keep. All of these are things I actually kind of could use. So, I guess we'll just go with some bomb arrows. The always delightful bomb arrows. I had a feeling that was going to blow me up right and right. I had a feeling that was going to happen. But hey, there's no fun without bombs. There we go. Like, I had a feeling it was going to blow up right in my face, quite literally, but it was fun. Giant toad. It's not just a giant toad. It's a battle toad. Except not really. It's like, there's some weird combo of Hinoxes and Taluses. And, like, I guess also, like, Bokoblins. I think they're weird. They're freaking weird is what they are. But we are just slowly working on our pathways. We are slowly working on our ways of hunting down all the monsters, destroying them, and making our gains through saving all of Hyrule. So please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, everyone, for more stuff and things. For more stuff and things. So he's dealing with a lot of severe thunderstorms. We had a thunderstorm right here, too. It rolled in and then just basically just left. We've been getting them and they just, like, they start up and then they just stop. There's just, like, no consistency. Sune likes rain, but not the kind where it rains, goes back to 90 degrees. Ugh! That's too much. Yeah, we still gotta actually discover all of the named locations. That's gonna take a while. But eventually, we will make our gains. We will make our progress. We will eventually finish 100% of the game. I honestly don't know how long it's going to take us to finish 100%ing Tears of the Kingdom. I had a feeling, because right now at this point, we have had more episodes of this series than we had episodes for Breath of the Wild, which wasn't surprising in the least to me. I very much had a feeling this game was going to take far longer than Breath of the Wild to do. And part of why Breath of the Wild did take as long as it did was mostly I didn't know what I was doing most of the time, and it was just me kind of running around in circles, just being an idiot. This is kind of me actually knowing what I'm doing and kind of having a focused mentality. So, it's not going to be nearly, it's not going to be like 120 parts. It's probably going to be more along the lines of, I could see this going into like the 70s at most. I think minimum probably high 50s to maybe high 70s, I think is how long the whole series is going to run. So it's going to be a while for the thing. But we have a robot to snipe out right here. Flux Construct level 1. Level 1 Flux Construct. You're nothing. You're nothing, you robots. You planet robobots. Going up. All Express elevator. Going up. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's like it. The Flux Constructs are nothing. They're absolutely nothing to us. I love that. Let's check you off the list. We've not dealt with the frogs right here. The Gerudo Cemetery, yes. I have gone to the Gerudo Death Cemetery. You want all the Gibdos? Yeah, I've been there. Gibdos are freaking creepy, and they deserve oblivion. They deserve absolute oblivion. If there's another cemetery in the depths, I don't know about it. Yet. 6 minutes. We've got more time. This is probably just a regular Frox. It's probably not like anything more grand than that. Blink. Yeah, it's a regular basic Frox. Yeah, I feel like you can only get one bomb hit on a Frox. I don't think you can actually get more, which is weird. Because I've tried, but it doesn't work. Hello. Hello. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble that bomb up and spit it out. Honestly, we don't even need this bow anymore. We have better bows than it. But at the very least, we can use it. Probably still gonna blow up on me. I'm surprised I actually didn't get exploded by that. Alright. I'm surprised by that. I mean, bombs occasionally don't betray me. Occasionally they don't. I love how most of the out-of-context Maxis moments during this entire series have just been me involving bombs in some way. Jump. But I need to make my shot count. Yeah, it's kind of funny that the Royal Guard bow is kind of hyped up as being like this super powerful, epic, amazing super bow. But it's just kind of nothing when you're comparing it to the Lionel bows with 3 shots. I guess maybe it depends on the damage modifier reduction from multi-shot bows. I know when you use multi-shot bows, bombs have their power reduced. I don't know if that applies to elemental weapons, like, you know, fusing on elemental effects. If it does apply to them, I would need to see how much the reduction is to compete with this, because then again, you need to reduce by like probably 1/3 of the power, by less than 1/3 of the power, because a level 4 of a 5-shot Lionel bow, Savage Lionel bow, is around 160 power. I love bringing Pokemon into Scarlet, high temperature. Yeah, the funny thing is, I actually have more materials for hyper training back in my Sword and Shield version than I do in my Scarlet. Well, I have a lot in both. I have more effort value items back in Sword and Shield, because I have a lot more money back in Sword and Shield. Beat your first Gleeok. Fun. It is always fun to destroy the 3-headed Kettons. Put the oven. Remember when you remember that you were supposed to put the pizza in the oven and the what? And give me that arrow back. Yeah, the reason why we're walking instead of teleporting is that we need to let the Master Sword recharge for a lot of these fights. Because I want to use the Master Sword for the fights, of course. It's the best weapon. That's dark. That's very dark. But yeah, I mean, then again, I can just turn a bunch of my Poes into bomb flowers after this. Because once we get the final Depths gear, because there is one more piece of Depths gear to get, I forgot about that, and we'll probably end up getting that today, if we're ever near any of the statues. We'll have everything from armors, and then we will be able to fully start upgrading everything. And then I can just start converting all of my ghosts, all of these Poes, into bombs. Because, as we all know, bombs are the solution to all of life's problems in Legend of Zelda. Aside from if you're in a volcano. Then it's not the solution to all of life's problems. And then electrical Zophos. That is electrical Zophos. I need your head. I need your head. Kaboom. Where did the electrical Zophos go? Where did the electric Lizalfos go? Oh, there it is. There you go. Lightning strikes. God, that's so satisfying. It's always so satisfying to just explode things with lightning. And that's why Zeus enjoys it. That's why Zeus enjoys it. You! Hack off. Hack off. Also, Earthquake technique. Always fun. Earthquake technique. Always a delightful thing to use. Buddy. No. Nope. It's so fun to use the Earthquake technique, even if it isn't actually that good of a weapon. It's just fun to juggle them. Nope. It's just bouncing them up into the air is so comedic. Oh, you're dead. I need the horn. Thank you very much for that. That is the entire reason I came, was to chop off your nose. Goodbye. Hello there, Ed Smuggled. How are you doing? How are you doing? And again, guys, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more if you haven't done so already. How many Korok seeds we got, actually? I could probably go turn in some more Korok seeds for some more inventory. Now, there should be another thing around here. Unless it is over this way. Because I know for certain we haven't... There it is. Because I know we haven't fought a Frox over here yet. Because then would love to stay. Well, Wi-Fi. Okay, understandable, Litsune. We understand. Just a regular, basic Frox. You're nothing. Oops, did not mean to do that. I wanted to go for the eyeball. Boom. Yeah, their eye closes when you hit them. So it's like, there's no point in actually trying to combo for the eye. But it is so satisfying to actually hit him in the eyeball. It is beyond satisfying. Let's go to our swords. We have our Master Sword back. We have our Master Sword. Master Sword. Breaking these ore deposits. Bite. I love that. It's just that they're nothing. I like how you can still walk on until it completely fades away into nothing. I do like that. Goodbye, Froxes. I honestly don't even know how many more Froxes we still have to purge from the depths. I just know there's probably a lot of them. Okay, there's a basic Hinox over here. We gotta go smite. Have we fought it yet? I feel like we haven't. Yeah, we haven't fought this Hinox. Which... I think it would be quicker if I just teleported here, and then I just glided over. I mean, it's a combination of that, David Doss, but it's also a thing of I need to hunt them all down if I want to 100% the game. It's combination of need to and also enjoy it. But yeah, I do need to actually hunt them all down. We have our health fully restored. There's a Hinox. I'm pretty sure this way. There's a Hinox that way. Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah, it was still quicker to go this way. It was still quicker. It was still faster. Again, I need to go hunt all of them down if I want to 100% the game. Which, again, the goal is to 100% the game. So, we are hunting monsters. It is a necessity. How close are we out of the ground? Honestly, it's better if we just... Yeah, it's better if we do this. That way, I can switch to my climbing gear. We go sort our gear by climbing speed, climbing, stamina boost. Stamina boost us. Freaking heck, it's raining crazy outside. Yeah, the heavy rain started up again. Yeah, we've been getting hammered by some rain. Earlier today. It kind of leveled off a bit earlier, but then it was like, now it's coming back. It's like all the rain in the world is just coming down on us now. Yeah, they do increase your stamina. Oh, cool. That's cool. I could run there. Nice. Got my stamina back. Little stamina dance, as I like to call it. But we didn't have the stamina dance right there. I don't know why Link's sped up climbing walk cycle on this is just so funny. It's just... It's like watching Pit in Kid Icarus Uprising with like a very, very high walking speed increase. Just, it's so funny to watch. I mean, I guess it's just sped up animation cycles looks a bit more amusing than they should. But I don't know, I just find it funny. There we go. And now we go back to our kill gear. It's convenient how the barbarian armor is right next to the climber's gear. It's almost like they knew you're gonna want your damage gear and you're gonna want your speed gear right next to one another. What's this? Traveler's sword. I confuse it. I could use that for some more damage. Here's the size of a giant. That is a metal leg guard. Yeah, but here's the thing, it's not gonna matter. Dead. I don't even give the Hinox time to blink before they're dead. They just don't have time. It's you go. Okay, fine, blow it all away. I'll take the royal bow. Yeah, bows are the only thing that aren't decayed. Of, like, the normal weapons, aside from shields. Well, like, I don't know why. I mean, I guess they want to encourage you to use bows. But bows were already the best weapon back in Breath of the Wild as well. So, it doesn't really make sense to encourage the use of what was already kind of the best thing in the game. I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. But the material. I'm gonna take that. That's my next fusion piece. I would like a hammer weapon. I would like a hammer. Because it is indeed hammer time. It is very much hammer time. It's always hammer time. It's always hammer time with Maxus. Oh yeah, I guess I could hijack their flying contraption, but I'm not going to. It would be yeah, no, I'm not gonna hijack it. I'm not gonna hijack the Yiga clowns. I'll let the Yiga clowns exist for a little while. That is the extent of my mercy I will show them today. I will only slightly show mercy to the Yiga clowns. I will take those. As I'm making my way to my next frocks. But yeah, my big worry is just I'm gonna need to go hunt all the monsters again in the depths for getting more materials for upgrades. But who knows? we still have yet to get the rest of our upgrades. That's gonna be a long... The only thing I know about upgrades that is gonna take a long time is getting all the star fragments. That I know is gonna be the most time-consuming part of it. Hey, bub. Eat a bomb. Eat another bomb. Right in your face. The episode of bomb comedy. A bomedy. There we go. Bonk. 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 Wait. I fell through the frocks somehow. How did I fall through the frocks? I don't understand how that happened. But I'm not really gonna question it. I guess I might have found a new bug. Cause like that was weird. It was just fun. I mean, it was funny, but also weird. So don't forget to leave a like for discovering new glitches. Because I think that's what we just did. I think we discovered a new glitch. Which is always fun. But yeah. So Metroid Dread editing is proceeding well. Going to be... I'm actually going to be making a video kind of going over how I fixed the footage, what the problem was, and then, you know, like here's a sort of an explanation of what I did to fix it. I got a few ideas for that, and then got sort of a special contest that's going to be going on simultaneously with it. There's going to be some important announcements in it. Ooh. Gerudo Claymore. I'm gonna mark that for later. 'Cause that's important. I can just reset that for better weapons. I can just reset that all I want. Nice. Yeah, that's not gonna reset. So long as you, like, register a weapon at one of those things, until you go back and take it, it will always stay there. Which is good. So I can kind of get rid of another thing in here. Yeah, I'll probably get rid of one of these. Good spear. Yeah, I'll probably get rid of this. Let myself a Lionel Spear. Because as we found out, your weapons, Claymores actually do more damage than the game says they do. And spears do less damage than the game says they do. So game is absolutely lying to you when it comes to stuff and things. Bonk. Backflip off. Backflips. Always tactical backflip dodge rolls. It is always tactical dodge roll backflips. I'll take those. And I can then destroy that. So I can fuse this onto my weapon. So that way, when we go to the frocks, we can have a more powerful thing to defeat it with. Because that's why I wanted this first. Is frocks are a little more annoying. I can easily combo shot. I can easily combo Taluses. Can't as easily combo Froxes. But yeah, it's going pretty okay. It's going good. I wish there was a way to check the durability of the mask. Ooh, Stall Horse. Alright. I guess we can take a Ghost Horse. We will take a Ghost Horse. Ghost Hans. Spectre. Ghost Horse. Onward, Ghost Horse. Onward, ghost horse. Ghost horse, you're bad at ghost horsing. You're bad at doing things. Fine, we'll go and climb ourselves. Bad ghost horse. Chips. Chips. Chips are delicious. I could go for some chips. I will be mean to the ghost horse. It's not alive, it doesn't have any feelings. Mudkip does that anyway. You don't need to get Mudkip to do that. That's just his MO normally. There's nothing, oh, no items around here, but there is a fox. Alright, my bow broke. Ooh, that's a damage up bow. And we'll go with this. I need to get an eyeball shot. There we go. So, yeah, and anything does where you just have to hit the eyeball, whether or not it's like with a bomb. I think it's just bombs do bonus damage when they explode. I guess I don't know if anything else does as well. Dang. Yeah, and anything will get them, anything fused to an arrow or just thrown into their mouth will get them to stop. But, wow, freaking back-blasted. Backwards blasted by the Master Sword, freaking exploding. What do I have that is disposable? Right. It's... Yeah, we don't need this anymore. We don't need our silver line. Nah, Mudkip not rude, it's just Mudkip. It's just Mudkip doing Mudkip things. You can't fault the Mudkip for doing as the Mudkip does. Ooh, we haven't gone here yet. Well, that's actually kind of good, because that's actually going to be a bit of a long walk. And I'm not seeing any chasms. So we're going to go for a long walk. You gotta walk. Alright, this is gonna be fun. Not really. We're just gonna go for a walkabout. Little bit of a walkabout. I love them. That sound effect is just... there's something very soothing about this, that light popping sound. I think this is just water. It's not like spring water. Yeah, it's not healing water. I wished it was. I wished it was, though. But how is everyone doing today? Hope you guys are doing delightful. Kind of surprised there isn't, like... Kind of surprised there isn't... They didn't make an armor that recharges... Well, again, no. That recharging the Master Sword faster would be a bit too overpowered. I think the 10-minute timer on the Master Sword is good. Yeah, going from Trial of the Sword to Master Sword and Breath of the Wild back down to the regular Master Sword, it's such a huge change. Yeah, we're not fighting you. We have no reason to fight you. What we want is over here. We don't need to fight you, Mr. Lionel. I would rather not fight you. You're not even a savage Lionel weapon giver. So you have nothing we want. So let's just keep moving. There's more Death World in the area. I honestly think it was a good decision for them to not make too many chasms in each of the areas. Because there are a few chasms that are hidden. They're underground, as in like you have to go into a cave and you find a chasm. I do enjoy tasty food and drink. Noise. Did they remove Savage Lionel? Yes. They removed Savage Lionel sword. They removed all Lionel weapons other than the bow and shield. Yeah, we can't make that. We need more stamina to get over there. And I do have some stamina. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to reach that. I need to actually walk across it. I mean, it makes sense that they removed the Lionel stuff. The Lionel gear was, I wouldn't say overpowered, but the Lionel gear was among some of the best weapons you had access to in the game. So, taking it out does make sense. Because it also wouldn't have made sense if Ganon, like, nerfed his own monster's weapons. Because a lot of the monsters will either use decayed human weapons, or they will use, like, wood. They won't use, like, actual weapons. They'll use, like, a stick with something fused on the end of it. Or they'll use, like, a rusted halberd, or they'll use, like, a decayed sword. So, it makes sense why they didn't have it. But yeah, I do miss my Mighty Lionel weapons. Do I think it was good they removed them? Yes. Because then they were really strong. But thank you for the lurks. Price. Thank you very much for the lurks. Get climbing. Get climbing, Link, with your tiny man arms. I have Lionel. Yeah, Lionel bows and Lionel shields are the only pieces of Lionel gear that were kept. Which I think was the right call, because Lionel bows were the best multi-shot bows. And, like, Lionel shields are not really that special anymore, because now you can give any weapon counterattack shield properties. But they are still nice to have, because they are among some of the best shields of the game. But Lionel bows, chef's kiss. I would be sad if they removed Lionel bows. Because they're just awesome. It's like 3-shot. I have multiple 5-shot Lionel bows. I have multiple. I have 4. It's far more than I'll ever need. But you never know. I just like having them. It's like, I feel more powerful. I'm still not happy Zelda frickin' yoinked your house, though. I'm not gonna get over the fact that Zelda yoinks your frickin' house. Goodbye. Take your eyeball. I have Lionel bows. Lionel bows. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna keep a wooden bow, just like a very weak bow on hand, just for getting rid of hordes of keys. Just harvest more keys eyeballs. Playing Flux Construct level 1. Nope. Stab, 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 stab. Stab, stab, stab. Boom. And explodes. And then it exploded. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of this this Royal Halberd. We don't need it anymore. They're not that good. As we have found out of weapons, the melee the spears are not as good as they were advertised. I've beaten... I think I've beaten the Hinox over here. You know what? We'll go back here just to check to make sure. I can never remember which Hinox I've smited or not. They need to make Forest Dweller Bow not consume any arrows or something because it's a bit... I would disagree. I actually do like the Forest Dweller Bow because it's usable in lightning areas. It doesn't conduct electricity, meaning if you're in a thunderstorm, you can use it without getting struck by lightning. You can use it against thunder gleeoks without getting struck by lightning. And considering how many thunderstorm areas there actually are, it is very useful. Because, I mean, if I don't want to go in with, like, you know, wearing the Thunder Helm, I can go in with a Korok bow. You go to Elden, minecart at the top of the volcano, use a tunnel. Fire Keystone Auto, go your inventory. Yes, that I did know. But the thing is, that will consume arrows. Traveler's Claymore. Soldier's Halberd. Not worth it. But yeah, I do know that if you're on the minecarts, you will automatically get them into your inventory. But it's easier to go to a cave and just use Riju's Lightning or a Bomb Arrow when a whole horde of Keys come out of a, cave. You can get 10 from that, which is a lot. You can only do that thing with the minecart in Elden once per blood moon. Aim for the knees. Aim for the knees. Dab, dab, dab. I mean, we've already beaten you, but it's fine. It's fine. Well, God, these monsters are no longer a problem for us. It's so satisfying. They don't worry me. Okay, we have not gone this way yet. And yep. Yeah, again, every time there's a boss in an area, if you go to, like, that same corresponding area in the depths, there's a boss. Have a level 100 cub food, a clown on the tower. Use your Nobo to kill, so you don't use arrows. Use your Nobo. Yeah, but you can only do that once per blood moon is the thing. That's why it's not really a good grinding spot. Also, I have, like, what, like, how many arrows do I got now? Yeah. I mean, I've had more arrows if I want to, and I kind of haven't really cared to do it lately. I could easily grind up probably a few hundred arrows in an afternoon. I only don't do that anymore because I'm not, like, playing this game at, like, every hour anymore. And I don't need that many arrows, but I just go and just kill the entire Lionel Coliseum again and again and again and again and again. And you get a whole bunch of arrows out of it. Also, if you go kill Lynx, they seem to drop a lot of arrows. So there's a lot of easy ways to go grind arrows. I don't mind using them. Go find Midnight Dead. I think she's busy at the moment. I know that this is the time she's normally teaching. So I think it could be she's probably busy at the moment. And again, guys, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. One of our friends, she loves ghost-type Pokemon. And he's also one of the mods. Midla Grove. Why do I feel like this is a reference to Midna? Could be wrong on that, but it feels like a Midna reference. Again, could be wrong. Hey! Nadra! You're not dealing with you, Evermean. You're not worth our time. That is. Yeah. Because that's a giant pyramid. I do love that. That is like... The depths is a literal mirror of the surface. It's not the first time they've done, like, Dark World, Light World, Mirror. Again, they did it in Link to the Past. And then Link Between Worlds. But it's just... There's something just classy about it. It doesn't need to be new, doesn't need to be original, doesn't need to be the first time they do it. It's just classy. You know, she is Sly's wife. She is Sly Man Boom Guy's wife. Plank. Boom. He is Sly Man Boom Guy. No, give me wisdom. What am I doing? Let's do this. There we go. Collect. I love using time travel to collect my things for me. I don't need to collect them, I can just use time travel to get them. Fuse. There we go. I love that. It's just simple. Just quick and easy. Just quick and easy. Alright. Let's go purging some more monsters. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Off to monster destruction I go. Alright, then there is one other right there. And then there's another over there. There are many monsters for us to destroy. Is that a wall we gotta climb? No, it's deeper in the air. Come like tell myself there's moths on the ceiling. It's sadly not there. It's good moths aren't on the ceiling because they eat your clothes. I have a lot of clothes that I like, and I would be sad if moths eat them. Yeah, slowly working on purging the monsters. Typos are fun. Typos can be amusing, but also mildly irritating depending on where they are. Now we go gliding back. Let's go fight another robot. Another robot to fight. I do wonder, how did these get, unless they were stationed down here by the Zonai? Blank. Ooh, Flux Construct level 2! Flux Construct level Flux. Get back here. Give me your head. Nope. Honestly, kind of fitting I said give me your face, because I am going to be watching the new Transformers movie tonight. Give me your face. Okay. I mean, also, Tulin could just absolutely blast her in the face with arrows. That also works perfectly fine. Poke stick stab. Poke stab. Stab, 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 stab. Pokey stab, stab. Fine. Delete all of these robots. And then we go this way for a Frox. Yeah, we go in blind for it. This is going to be the first time I'm going to be watching it, and I look forward to it. Because I mentioned this before, but like Transformers, the Transformers movies was like the first movie we saw with my dad. So it's kind of like a tradition that my brother, my dad, and I, we always like watch movies together. And Transformers is like the origin point of that kind of movie special. Like, we enjoy movies. We don't care for story. We don't care for plot. We don't really care for characters. It's nice to have, but it's never required. Like, that's the way I am with story. It's nice to have, but I go to movies to be entertained. And you know, I'd rather have a fun movie than a good, good being in, like, air quotes for, like, good story, good characters. Because I'm there to be entertained. Come on. Show me your eyeball. Oh, wait, right when it does the ground pound, its eyeball pops out. Like, a great example of that is, like, the John Wick movies. Those are good movies. Objectively, those are good movies. But, they're also entertaining movies. Wipe the floor with good, always wipe the floor with mustard. Yes. Yes, that one. I have not seen it yet, and I look forward to seeing it tonight. That's a Traveler's Spear or Soldier Spear? Not Traveler's Spear. I don't know why I thought it was a Frox that was over here. But it was not. Okay, so did I get rid of the ones over here yet? I feel like I have not. Have I gotten rid of these ones? No, I have not. So there is a. Nope, wrong thing. Right here, go and zoom in. There is a Hinox or Stalnox, I think, right here. And then over here, there is a Talus. We'll go crush their faces again. Leon only failed the towers because he goes, yeah, I could believe that. Like, again, Sword and Shield had a lot of good comedy. I wish they leaned into it a bit more, because there's a lot of good potential for comedy there. Like, it fits perfectly within his character. Like, the thing I like about Leon is that in the context of the series, he is a good battler, objectively. He is more skilled than many other people. But that doesn't mean he's the best. It just means he's the best who has battled in the official circuit. Which is funny when you think about it, because there are trainers within the battle facilities. And it's like, this is kind of the interesting thing about the battle facilities that I kind of think they sort of canonized with the most recent game, is that the gyms and the Elite Four are not the best trainers. They're the most entertaining ones. So, but if you want to, like, really push yourself as a trainer, the Battle Frontier and, like, those sorts of places are where the actual best trainers go. It's just that, like, the most spectacle, the ones that draw the most crowds, are the Elite Four, they're the champions. Like, they kind of, like, canonize that now, and I like that. I do not need that. I'm gonna go equip this. But yeah, it's kind of nice. I like that. But yeah, I do like that, like, because, like, there's, like, the public face of everything, and then there's, like, the actual good battlers behind the scenes. I do love that. Yeah, again, like, there's a surprisingly large amount of depth to the Pokemon world. Watching the movie 3D right now. No, we're just watching it on Paramount Plus. Like, I would love to see it in theaters, but what we're going to be doing is that my dad is going to be watching on Paramount Plus, and my brother and I are also going to be watching on Paramount Plus, because my dad does not live in the same, like, town we do. He lives over in Vegas. He lives, like, literally half the country away. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be on a Discord voice call. He is going to be playing the movie, starting it at the exact same time that we are. So we're both watching them. So we're both groups of us are watching the movie at the same time, but on, like, two different screens. It's a bit complicated for how everything is set up. But, like, we did this with the Marvel TV shows, with The Last of Us. Like, we've done this before, and we have it down to, like, we have it practiced, and we know it makes sense to us. Mop the floor with Hop. Hop is a loser. with a highly moppable face. Hop is just a loser. The funny thing is, Hop is the rival you fight the most in the entire series, so even the devs agree Hop has the most punchable face. So it's like, he does have the most punchable face of all the rivals. The devs agree. The devs highly agree. Zappy, zappy! Zappy, zappy! Beat me one time. That was the first post-game match. It's going well. So that was before he got Dogo? I do love it, like, oh yeah, no. If you're playing Shield, Hop goes from a joke character to he actually has Zacian now. But it's also like, you're Hop with Zacian. The only reason you have any chance of winning against us is exclusively because you have a Zacian on your team. And even that doesn't save you. But that is the reason I say if you have both Sword and Shield, Shield is the better game to grind money in. Because Zacian is good for just running through the Galarian Star Tournament, whereas Zamazenta is not as good. Alright, let me have crappy Zamazenta. Like, Zamazenta isn't bad, it's just Zacian does more damage. Plain and simple. The funny thing is, their close combats are identical in terms of power, because Zacian gets a 50%. Pretty sure they have... No, Zacian doesn't have the same attack stat as Zamazenta. You know, Zacian's is more powerful. I think. Yeah, that's certain. But yeah, it's... I mean, I have both Sword and I have Shield, but my main one that I play is my Shield version. And that was mostly because my friend played Sword predominantly, so I was like, okay, well, I'll get the Shield exclusives. Flank. 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 Flux Construct level 2! No, I love it when frickin' Coolin gets the combo shots. And I love it when the box just falls right next to me. Thank you very much, box, for falling and then getting stabby stabbed. Tried some story in the Crown Tundra. I enjoyed the Crown Tundra story, but most of that is because Peony is kind of a chucklehead. Like, the comedy, like, they do with Peony is very similar to a degree to the comedy that they do with Leon, and I like that. Again, you can have funny characters, and they do a good job with it. It is refreshing that, like, they could actually kind of write funny characters after they just completely just dropped the ball with Chairman Rose. Because, like, I'm gonna save the future of the world's energy in Galar by causing the end of the world today. And it's like, you could literally do this any other time. You don't need to cause the end of the world today. That is the only thing about Sword and Shield I can really say I don't like, is that they play with the idiot ball a bit too heavily in that game. Whereas, like, yeah, I could believe Cyrus and stuff being just idiots. I can believe, like, Ghetsis being that absolutely crazy and narcissistic. I can believe Lysander being that crazy. But it's like, no, we have to do this today when it's the big champion match. It's like, bro, you literally run the entire league. You can do it any other day of the year. Like, unless, like, oh yeah, he's secretly dying and he needs to do it today because no one else. Like, okay, that would. Like, if they just had, like, a hand wavy thing of, like, oh, he's going to die or something's gonna happen and it can only be done the next day. Okay, sure, that would make sense. But they don't. It's like Elon Musk interrupting everything. Hey guys, I'm summoning. Yep. More or less. It's like, you could have done any other thing, and you took the illogical extreme. I'm all for, like, again, I'm all for, like, spectacle and stuff. But it's gotta make sense. It has to make sense, or it just kind of comes off as not impressive. Not impressive, like, just not, like, worth it. There needs to be a good payoff. Because, like, I've said this before, and I will probably say it again for the rest of time. A lot of what was done in Sword and Shield did feel deliberately similar to what they did in Sun and Moon. Like, Rose gives me a lot of Lusamine vibes in terms of, like, the role he does in the story, like a secondary antagonist. Team Yell, a bit similar to Team Skull in, like, the same regard, just get less funny. And, you know, even, like, what Eternatus does is kind of similar to what Ultra Moon, the Necrozma does. So it's like, it feels like they were kind of trying to emulate that same style, and it didn't really work well. So, but, like, I can appreciate what they were trying to do, even if it didn't really come out the best. That's why I'm glad with, like, with what they did with Scarlet and Violet. It was very different. You know, you didn't really have world-ending bad guys. It was just like an AI program that was going haywire. I don't know, going haywire. Like, it was doing what it was supposed to do. It was just because the guy that programmed was a little bit... I don't know. It's like, there's... I don't know. I guess it's like you're just that obsessive. Like, Sada and Tro just that obsessed about, like, the future and the past. But, I don't know. It's weird. Again, they definitely could have done some writing definitely a little bit better. But, like, I still think the writing they did for, like, the villains, air quote villains of Scarlet Violet, I think they were pretty good. I enjoyed it. Do you have to have, like, the greatest of narrative or anything? No. Sometimes you just need, like, disposable throwaway bad guys. And try it again when people like it for narration doable words. And switch up. I mean, I feel like they should try something new for the story on Odd Generations. I don't think so. I think that they will probably not really do big story revolutions for the games. Because the Pokemon games, they work for a reason. The story of them has largely been the same from Gen 3. Like, Gen 3 was basically the template for all generations going forward. Is that where the thing is? No. So they don't really change the format too heavily, because what works for a reason. And you don't really want to like stir the pot, you know, too heavily. You don't want to upset things too much. When you got a working formula, you roll with it. But I do agree that it would be nice for a little bit of a story shakeup in some things. But again, the kind of what makes Pokemon is the way the story is. So I'm not really sure changing the things up would really work well. Gen 9 is the first gen since 2 with legendary box art a duo. Yes, glow Pikmin are new. You know, where it's like the story revolves around the bad guys trying to get the legendary, or involves like the legendary is a main component of either the bad guy or the villain's plans. And that's kind of been like the same story they've run with since Gen 3. And I do like that. They kind of gone with it. This was kind of like the only time they didn't really do that, but even then, Eternatus is still kind of involved with Chairman Rose's plan. It's in a bit of a different capacity, but like, yeah, that's a slight change up of the formula. And then they kind of ran with that in sort of Skull Violet, where, again, villains aren't really after Miraidon and Koraidon. Giratina, Kyurem, Gygarde, and Eternatus. Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden Terrapagos becomes a duo, but I wouldn't be surprised if Terrapagos is sort of like a trio thing for the other things. But it would be a bit weird. Yeah, I could definitely see them doing that. Bonk. Blow up the Battle Palace. Don't go back, flips. And they just all burst into flames. Everything just bursts into flames around me. There we go. Earthquake technique. Earthquake technique. Earthquake technique. Technique. I want her baggers to have all proteins in. That would be way too overpowered. They would never have an ability like that. I mean, not an ability, they would never have a move like that where it always changes to be super effective. The closest they did was back in Legends. That's how Hidden Power operated, was it would always be super effective. But even then, like, the only way to balance that would be make the base power of the move just pathetically weak, which, like, would be bad, because you wouldn't want to use it then. You'd be better off using other moves. So it's like, it's a very fine line of, theoretically you could have it, but it wouldn't ever be worth using. Likely I could see it getting old Protean comeback, but I as its ability, but I don't see a signature move that changes. Like, it changes typing. Because again, that's kind of what that's kind of Arceus' shtick. And Anti-Living, granted, they don't change mid-battle. But that would just be way too powerful. Hey, Kayla, how you doing? And again, guys, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Oh, yeah, right. The Legend plate does that back in Legends. God, that game is so forgettable. But yeah, I don't think that they'll give Terrapagos a move that does that. It would be too exploitable and too overpowered. Like, yes, legendaries are have all kinds of special kitting for them competitively, but a move that will always change typing is a bit much. I know we've got Urshifu that auto-crits, but Urshifu's stats are also a bit lopsided, and its speed also isn't the greatest, so, like, it is... Like, Urshifu is strong, but it's not, like, unbalancedly strong. There are a number of ways around it. Something like Terrapagos, where it's always super effective, would intrinsically just destroy competitive balance. It would default become the strongest thing there is. And it would also, like, bypass terastallizing. It would basically joke everything. It would obsolete the new mechanic they literally just added. What if it randomly switched up? I don't think they would ever do it, because that would also be a very bad ability. Like, if you can't control it, then you can't rely on it. I've seen a lot of people proposing that as an idea, but failure to essentially be able to control it would be the biggest problem. You know, it would simply not be worth using. Hey, Tommy! Can one of the mods go grab Tommy's link? But when it comes to building a strategy, you need to have reliability, repeatability, consistency, and something where there is a 1 in 18 chance of getting it one turn is not good. And then, like, that's 1 in 18. Then 1 in 18 squared, 1 in 18 cubed, on and on and on and on and on, every single turn. The odds of actually getting what you want out of it are so unlikely, it just becomes not worth using. You know, that's why I see more likely old Protean being its ability as, like, what it gets, more than, like, a type changing ability. Just because of the way type changing works. I mean, if they make it a random type change ability, they would make a legendary that is a complete joke competitively, which would be really fun. Like, if you got the competitive side, a move that randomly switches between typings, a user XPC. Yeah, but again, it would be a very bad move. The funny thing is, they already had a move like that, and if you go look at Legends Arceus, that's actually how Hidden Power works. Well, Hidden Power in Legends works by every time it's hitting a Pokemon, it is always the most powerful, super effective hit on them. Not, like, it changes typings every single time you use it. But they've done something a bit similar to that before. And let's go over here. Rock Construct 2 down, robot. It's a random thingy, but it's saying that's like, oh, that. Forget about the competitive side. It immediately said, yeah, but a bad move. Yeah, I know, but also, again, move that random type, they've done it before. Even if it wasn't a competitive move, they'd have to also make its ability also change type as well to match it, because legendaries generally have a signature move that matches their same type attack bonus. Well, the same type attack bonus match it. Their typing of their signature move matches their same type attack bonus. Blah. So, like, they would need it to consistently match it, so its ability would have to be linked to that, which is why I don't think that they would have... Okay, so we have beaten this Igneo before. Get rid of that. And then we go here. Okay, goodbye, Dallas. Almost sounds like it's not like safe. Goodbye, Dallas. The green lines is Hero's Path. I've done the side quest that gives me access to Hero's Path mode, which allows me to basically track what boss I've already beaten. Random becomes random type and dual types. I feel like if it gains a random second typing, that would be possibly the most likely ability. Because I'm fairly certain we already know it's a psychic type. So, like, I feel that the most likely outcome is that it either always is a psychic, it always stays psychic, and then its subtyping could change. That could happen. I think that's, like, the most realistic end of the extreme unrealistic spectrum for what happens. Yeah, I think that would be too complicated of a thing. Because then what happens if you use a move that changes you into the typing that your second typing was randomized to? Again, that's where, like, how would it work? You'd have to have the typing randomize after you select your move and after you attack. Like, it would be way too complicated to actually think. It'd be too complicated to actually program. That's why I think more realistically it's going to be just old school Protean. But then the other thing is, well, how does it interact with terastallizing? Because we already know that Terrestrialize overrides Libero and Protean. So what happens then? Like, there's a lot of things that would need to go in to how does this ability interact with, like, terrestrializing? How does it interact with, like, its hypothetical signature move? How does all these things happen? That's why I think, you know, an ability that changes its typing every turn is inherently unrealistic because it's a bit too complicated with how does it interact with terrestrializing? How does it interact with blank and blank and blank? There's like there's too many variables to really account for, and that could be problematic. You know, I mean, I hate being Mr. Buzzkill, but sometimes I feel I almost need to be the Buzzkill to kind of rein in all the crazy thoughts. You, Boomerang, which way you beat these tiles before? Oh, we haven't beaten the Luminous Talus already. Noted. It'd be fun to listen to. Oh, yeah. It'd be fun to listen to tomorrow. Oh, yeah, tomorrow we're going to be recording that thing. That'll be fun. That is going to be fun tomorrow, Roost. The entire time we'll be doing that, I'm probably also going to be calcing stuff for really badly. If it's like a dull moment. Gotta keep my competitive stuff going at all times. Do I have a spare shield I can fuse this onto? I don't. Kite Zonite shield. Royal Broadsword? Oh yeah, there's a Royal Broadsword. Yeah, no, I don't need it. Okay, well, that's fun. That was fun. I think I've already beaten this. I have not beaten this Frox yet. Okay. But yeah, there's... I think that with Terrapagos or Terrapagos or how the heck you frickin' pronounce the thing's name, I think there's just too many variables for us to account for right now. And that when it comes time for us to actually see what the thing is, I think kind of getting a bit too unrealistic with the ideas is gonna do nothing but give us disappointment with what it actually ends up being. Because it's not gonna be like this crazy, insane thing that we're expecting it to be and hyping up in our head. It's probably just gonna be a fairly basic and bland legendary. Which I would find funny. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, I think whatever Terrapagos is, or Terrapagos, again, however you frickin' pronounce it, I think it's gonna be a fairly tame Pokemon, like, just regards to what its ability and signature move is. Like, I could realistically see, like, its ability is, like, adaptability or something akin to that, where it has access to using its Terra typing without actually terrestrializing offensively. I honestly have no idea how long we're going to be going for. You do hear the dragon music. But we don't need to go for the dragons right now. Are we here? Are we actually where the thing is? Oh no, Oh, we've already fought this one like a billion times. We don't need to go fight that Frox. Over here? Okay, we have not fought something over here yet. We'll go there. Yeah, that's same level. Similar plane of distance. But yeah, I think most likely, in order of Terrapagos' abilities, probably number one is probably just old Protean. Then second most likely, I think, is probably going to be something like adaptability. I don't think it's going to be too crazy for what its kit is. Because again, I mean, again, I know that I tend to be but old Protean was that every time you use a move that's a different typing to what your typing is before, it changes your typing. So, like, you use a fire move, you turn to a fire type. The next turn, you use a dark move, you turn to a dark type. Then you use a fairy move, you turn to a fairy type. Now, it works the first move you use after switching in. You turn to that typing, and you stay that typing the entire duration of when you're out. You recall back to the Pokeball, you reset to your original typing, and then you go into another typing. Yeah, Protean only happens once now. Same with Libero. Because, like, Libero and Protean are the exact same thing. That's why I think most likely, if they bring back old Protean, it's gonna be on Terrapagos. Or it's gonna be something like Adaptability. Which I feel something like Adaptability could be more interesting than just giving it old Protean. Granted, I like Adaptability. I think it's a pretty fun ability. Yeah. Again, there's the variables for what potentially Terrapagos could have is far too numerous to count. So it's like, I don't think it's kind of worth getting, like, overly theorizing about, even though I honestly just hypothesizing at this point. Because there is so much that we simply do not know that has not been revealed. It could literally, like, I'm pretty sure that the other mask Pokemon, we know their abilities now. They are basically badly poised to poison. Which, if you told me something about that like a few months ago, I wouldn't have believed you. But they apparently are doing that. So it's really a matter of they could do something super underwhelming and just kind of bland, or they could do something new that we've never seen before. We have no idea. That's kind of why I always wait. My policy is I always wait to see the official sources for everything before, like, you know, making statements. Or I go with what is the most realistic based on the trends. You see? Block by block. Exactly, Tommy. Also, did any of the mods go grab Tommy's link? Did one of the mods go grab Tommy's link? How are you doing, Tommy? But yeah, we're going around, we're just, like, crushing bosses right now. Slowly working on purging boss by boss by boss. So yeah, I think we've beaten that Flux Construct in there. We've not gone this way yet. Oh, good, Caleb. Okay. But yeah, we're really just working on purging every single one of the bosses right now. And we've done maybe a third of the bosses in the depths. Maybe. There's a lot. And that's not even including the bosses on the surface, because the depths, every boss, there's a counterpart of that boss on the surface and in the sky. So every location where say like a Flux Construct is a Flux Construct in the sky. Every year there's a Hinox or Stalnox. There's a Hinox or Stalnox on the surface. So Taluses. I believe Gleeox are the only ones that this doesn't happen with. But it's very much where there is one, there is another below it. As above, so below, I guess is like the best way of phrasing it. So, if we have a third of the bosses here purged, we've done like a sixth of the bosses in the entire game. There's a lot. There's a hecking lot of them. And that's why I want to work on getting rid of them all right now. Because if I go in like this, I just go and like get in a groove of just like, you know, bashing them in one by one by one by one by one, then we don't need to go detour any of the time in the future. We just go piece by piece by piece by piece by piece. there's 2 over here. Am alright. Also playing Tears of the Kingdom. Arrived in Goron City. And Yunobo just on the ground taking a nap. Yeah, I like what they did with Yunobo. I did not like Yunobo back in Breath of the Wild. They did good with him. They actually made his character more interesting in this game. And I like that. I'm always a fan of character depth and elaboration and growth. Goes Yunobo. I've already beaten you. I'm not. Gulp this. Gulp this. Okay, gulp that. And then you get crushed in the eyeball. Let's go back to our DPS gear. Barbarian armor. Boom! Whack it with a hammer. It is very hammer time. It is always very hammer time. 1. I think that should break after 1 more hit. Yep. Hello. Eyeball. Always go for the eyeball. Break. 2, 3. Bye. Before you flick me out, it's gone. Now we just gotta wait for the mana sword to charge, and I'm gonna be fine. Yeah, I love how most of the things we've fought today are just rock monsters. As a fan of rocks, I'm okay with this. But I don't know that I'm okay with being okay with this. I'm okay with it, and I shouldn't be okay with that. So then there is another one, right? There we go. I honestly do wonder how these, the flux constructs did get down into the depths. Either, like, they fell from the sky, which I don't think they fell from the sky because there's no hole above them. Or, like, the zone I put them there is, like, guards. Turn up Pikmin 4 demo. Noise. Noise. I look forward to playing, Pikmin 4. I have a feeling Pikmin 3 is going to end up being my next Let's Play. Because I finished recording, Link to the Past, which... few episodes of that, last few episodes are going to be going up shortly, so stay tuned for that series. But yeah, I'm mostly done with. All my current Let's Plays are finished, and Metroid Dread is basically in limbo right now. I need to go fix that. Unsure of being okay with this. Coping. Unsure of being exactly, Roost. Say Roost. But yeah, I think, and I don't know how many more bosses we're going to be doing today, because it's just kind of mindless right now. And I do want to get back to, like, editing Dread. Plus, I also want to be clocked out of my mind when it comes time to eventually, you know, watch Transformers later tonight. So, we're probably... Flux Construct 2? Construct level 2! Alright. And break you down. Lightning Strike. It's so fun watching the box just absolutely flail around. It's so reactive to everything. Blocks. Nope. No. There we go. There we go. Nope. You. Not doing that. Going. Just sit there. On the ground. And let me arrow combo you Flux Construct bombs. Also, I need to go grind a whole bunch of more arrows, so probably will be ending off relatively shortly. Because I do need to go grind a whole bunch more arrows. I do need to go grind a whole bunch of arrows if I want to keep fighting stuff. Yeah, I beat that one. But yeah, I think right now we've worked through... I guess maybe at this point half of the bosses in the depths. Because I know for certain I have already beaten a number of them on previous streams. Just don't know where exactly they were and which ones were on this map. Because again, the Zelda dungeon map wipes away my stuff every so often. So like I don't actually know which one I haven't fought yet. But I think good thing to do before we end off is you guys leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to go grab the final piece of armor, which is the deep gear. And then we're going to go on a raid. Rumor has it, some of these glowing blue spheres for the caves. Those are bluepies, which can give you rupees. There is giant statue guy. There is giant statue face man. Statue face does statue face things. Cool. Yeah, I think we can go raid Grande. Is that bombs? Those are bombs. I can always go for some more bomb flowers. I need to replenish my bomb flowers after the fracas that was today. So yes, we always replenish our bomb flowers. Elevator. And it seems that also he is doing depths things as well. So perfect. I think right over here is where the face of the guy is. Or not. Nope, it is not. We still gotta go higher. We still gotta go climbing. Is it really rock climbing if we're doing this, or are we just a parasite at that point? I guess you could say it's a piggyback ride. I guess you could say that. Let's get our final armor. Let's get the final piece. You stand before me, the pose, dark clump. Hood, dark tunic, dark trousers. Hood of the depths. Hood of the depths. The final piece of gear for us. There we go. We have another aspect of the game 100%ed. I'll go take as many of my bomb flowers as I can. Again, I like my bomb flowers. I need more of them. 20 bombs, I can take that. Alright. There we go. I think that's a good spot for us to end off the day. Gonna go raid Grande Gamer. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. See you guys next time. Let's roly-coly out. And don't forget to check out our playlists. The best thing you can do to help support the channel is go into the playlists and watch our older videos. Even if you're not going to watch them, just like have them play on in the background. You know, of course, but don't forget to leave a like on them as well. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Thank you all, you wonderful, wonderful people.